Hey guys, welcome back to my video. And in today's video, I'm going to be going over one of the best AFK methods that can make you millions of coins per day. It doesn't require a whole lot of stuff, and going over the best things to do to make and optimize the setup for everything you need. If you guys do enjoy today's video, please consider subscribing. It means the world to me. Also consider liking and commenting, because if you comment, you get a cookie. That's just how it works. Who doesn't like cookies? Well, I don't know, but comment and like. And yeah, without further ado, let's get into the video. So I made a bunch of different AFK videos in the past, and recently I discovered one that happens to be very, very effective at just everything. So this AFK method, just like all AFK methods, it revolves around AFK killing something using a pet, item, armor, whatever it is. You AFK kill a mob, either to get drops or coins. In this case, it's both. However, the main way to make money is actually by getting the drops from these mobs. Now, what items do you need to actually do this AFK? First of all, you need to have access to the Dwarven Mines, and you're going to need to come over to the Great Ice Wall, and past it, there's Glaciites. This is where you're going to be wanting to AFK, because there's Ice Walkers, and Ice Walkers drop Glaciite armor and Glaciite jewels. Glaciite armor goes for around, I believe, 15k per, if we search it up. And the Glaciite jewels go for 40,000 coins per. And at 40,000 coins per, that's the main source of money that we're trying to find. Now, how do you actually get this? Now, the way you need to AFK kill the mobs, there's a bunch of different ways. However, the cheapest and best way I found is by using a new pet added with the Crystal Halls update. No, not the Armadillo pet. No, not the Golden Dragon pet. The Bal pet. This Bal pet is a super nice pet. You only need Epic version. However, what it does is it gives heat immunity, but it's a second ability, Fire Whip, that is really, really important. Every 5 seconds while in combat, the Balrog will strike nearby enemies with its Fire Whip, doing 10% of your damage as true damage. This is really good, especially against Glaciites, because they have so much defense, and true damage will ignore all defense. But you do need to be in combat for this, so you need to take your Intimidation Talisman off and actually let the mobs hit you. Now, the epic version of this pet, which is the only pet you need, is going to be costing you about 7 million coins, which may seem like a lot. However, you will be able to make that money back in less than a day if you AFK. Also, you can always sell the pet, so there's no real risk of losing more than 100k coins. And that's if you don't AFK. But with AFKing, you physically can't lose any money unless you don't have a cookie on. So now we have gone over the way to AFK kill the mobs and where you want to be. Now, what's some other ways you can make money from this? Now, it's always good to have a Raider's Axe on you for 2 reasons. First of all, Raider's Axe or a Daedalus Axe would work, but Raider's Axe is just the better option. It gives you 20 kills, 20 coins per kill from mob kills. That's just really solid. In addition to that, you need to have 2 enchants on it. You need to have these enchants on it, otherwise, I mean, it'll still work, but not as good. You need to have Looting and Scavenger. Scavenger gives, I believe, plus 5 coins for kill, and Looting increases the chance of dropping the mob's armor by 40%, which is big because Glaciite armor is worth 10k coins per and can make you a lot of money. So now you have the weapon and the pet. Now, what armor do you want to use? Now, there's a bunch of different armors you can use. However, the main goal is to be able to tank, since you need to let these mobs hit you. So whatever armor set you can use to tank, I'd suggest having maybe, how much EHP do I have right now? Let me check. You don't need a whole lot, but having like 10k EHP would work. I'm using 3/4 recommed maxed out lapis armor with a slime hat. Now, for the armor pieces, use 3/4 whatever tank armor you want, and then you're going to want to use slime hat. Slime hat is basically dwarf turtle helmet, except on your helmet, which isn't really useful in a whole lot of situations, except for AFKing. But for AFKing, this means I just won't move. Now, some other tips and things you can do that you're gonna do to want to make this work better. First off, the big part of this is Magic Find. Magic Find is a very, very important stat that you want to get as much of as you possibly can. And there's 3 main ways I suggest doing this. And I'm gonna go in order of importance. First off, God Pot. God Pot gives you a lot of, potion effects. Main one that's super good is Magic Find. Magic Find 4 gives you plus 75% chance to find rare items and bosses, which I believe is 75 Magic Find, which is super good, and will make up for most of your magic find. Next, you're going to want to have a cookie, which I sold to Bazaar, but cookie gives you, I believe it's 10 or 15 magic find from eating it. You also want to have it so you don't lose coins if you do end up dying. Next is optional, however I would recommend having it because it's just extra magic find and kind of nice, but it's a little bit more expensive. This is the Lucky Clover. You're going to want to put it on your bell pet. This gives you 7 magic find. Simple as that. It'll cost you about like 2 million coins. So optional, but recommended. Next, you're also going to have thorns on your armor, because thorns in your armor is always really good. So I'm really quickly going to put thorns on my lapis armor, because I have it on one piece but not the rest. So where is thorns? Just having thorns on, you might as well have it. It can't hurt and doesn't cost like anything to put on. But so now I'm going to AFK in the spot right here for 10 minutes, and we'll see how much money I make, and then see how much money we can get every single hour and whatnot. Now there's a bunch of people grinding here in the lobby, which is 100% fine, but it's best if you do end up finding your own private lobby. So I'm gonna go find a private lobby, and then I will AFK for that amount of time, and I'll cut back as soon as I'm done. Alright, so I just finished up AFKing for a little over 10 minutes. I think it was like 11, but who cares? I'm calling it 10 minutes. And I've gotten 40,000 coins because I started at 990,000. I've also gotten 4 pieces of glaciite armor and 3 glaciite jewels. Now, this is really pretty good, quite frankly. Because if we were to go and search up a glaciite, as of right now, each glaciite armor is going for 10k, so this is worth 40,000 coins. So that means 80,000 coins in 10 minutes, and each glaciite jewel is going for 40,000 coins. That's 120,000 coins in 10 minutes. So a little over, about 200,000 coins in 10 minutes. Now that means every single hour you'd be making 1.2 million. Every single day you'd be making more than that, like 3.36 million coins-ish. So you can make a lot of money from doing this. And I have to preface this. This is RNG. It has a lot of elements of RNG. I didn't get particularly lucky, nor did I get particularly unlucky. However, you might get luckier than me, and I'm making 600k an hour. You might get unluckier than me, and might end up making 120,000 coins an hour. However, you will still make money from doing this method, and you will still make a lot of money from doing this method. Now, as for if this is bannable or not, I can go over more in the comments if you have any questions. It, technically speaking, is not bannable as long as you're at your computer, and I don't think it would actually be bannable even if you were to AFK overnight, let's just say. you wouldn't get banned. Whoever technically speaking is breaking one rule, but other rules says you can. It's confusing. You can debate about it in the comments if you really want to. But as long as you're at your computer, you cannot get banned. Either way, if you guys did enjoy today's video, please consider subscribing. It means the world to me. And yeah, I'll see you guys next one. Peace.